think I'm gonna try and join a gym. I'm dying for a workout, so that's what is on the agenda for this evening. I just feel it's like the content we're covering right at the beginning isn't anything like too heavy, or like it's all kind of things we know. It's just a lot of information, and then it's just like my mental and social battery is drained. It's like meeting so many new people at once. Right guys, I am actually back where it all started. I'm in Pure Gym. This Pure Gym is huge. Much nicer than the Pure Gym I used to go to in Bristol. It was only like 16 quid for the month, and you can cancel at any time, no joining fee, so that's what I did. I'm going to train, well, I'm already here at like 9 p.m, so I think I'm not going to do legs because that will take too long. I'm feeling maybe a back and bicep session, so I'm going to do that. Okay, Slay, this smells so good. I have no idea where this is from. My friend got it for me for my birthday, and it was like in Spanish. But it smells like watermelon. Oh, I love it. Guys, day 3 is complete. I am tired. I've got a hot water bottle and I'm just gonna relax. Today is a good day to be tired and feel like doing nothing, because new episodes of Love is Blind have just dropped. Okay guys, here we go. This is my lunch. Somewhere called Jamaica Blue. I have a feeling this is like a chain. Today I was just in 9 till 12, so a bit of an earlier start for basic life support training. I've done it before. I've done it at the start of every new job. I feel like I leave and I'm like, okay, I know what I would have to do in that scenario, but I just forget it all, because fortunately I've never been in that situation. But yeah, it's nice because now I'm not in until Tuesday. Yeah, this morning was just mandatory sort of training. Yesterday was interesting because we started getting into some content. We started to talk about the family life cycle, and that was facilitated by 2 external speakers. One of them was a family psychotherapist, and the other one was a clinical psychologist who was also a family psychotherapist. I've got the rest of today, and tomorrow is a study day. The rest of today was actually meant to be e-learning online, but I don't think they've sorted our logins. It's been a bit disorganised. So I'm just treating it as study time, and I do have kind of admin stuff to do. I'm just taking myself out for lunch, and then I'm actually going to the gym. So I came like in my gym, well, I've got gym clothes underneath this and my gym bag. So I'm gonna go to the gym after I eat. Okay guys, I feel so fresh. I had a full shower. I used this like chocolate scented or flavored body scrub. I washed my hair, I did a face mask, I did a hair mask. It was just so refreshing. I felt like I was really washing the week off of me. Like we've pretty much done the first week now, because today was a half day with the BLS training and then the mandatory training that no one could do because we don't have our logins, and tomorrow's a study day. And I do have some stuff to do tomorrow, but yeah, I mean, all my time in at like lectures like with my cohort is done for the week, so it's a really nice feeling to just get showered. I have just published a vlog, the moving vlog. I'm actually gonna nip out now just to the shop that's like 10-minute walk away to, I think, get some chocolate. Also, I started Haunting of Hill House, something I rewatch pretty much every like October time, because it is just the best show ever. If you like horror, it's like spooky but not too scary. Really interesting from like, I don't know, a psychological perspective and a systemic perspective as well, because I think it shows family dynamics very well. This is what I'm drawn to. How pretty is this? It's quite big though, and I have got enough candles. Look how cute. I'm in Black Sheep Coffee. I've got a blueberry matcha, which is heavenly. I actually have a taste card which I got for free through O2 Priority. So if you have O2 Priority, you can get a free taste card. I don't know if they're still doing that, but it means that I get 25% off Black Sheep Coffee. So this was actually 25% off. And I've just done like admin that I needed to do. I needed to do some emails and fill out some forms for my placement. And I've just been sat here listening to music and putting like on the hunt for somewhere to live in London. I'm being very meticulous in my search, so I made this spreadsheet, and everything I find I'm going to put in that spreadsheet so it sort of maps out all of the key features, so I can kind of compare places a bit easier. I'll actually show you guys. So I'm looking on Spare Room, mainly Spare Room, Facebook groups, Open Rent, On the Market, those types of places. This is the spreadsheet. So this is sort of the name of the place, the link, when it's available from, how much the rent is and bills, how many flatmates, has to be all girls, do I get my own bathroom, are there any extras, is there available parking, what's the distance from the nearest train station, the distance from my placement locations, have I contacted them, have I arranged a viewing. So everywhere I find, I'm going to put into this spreadsheet. I feel like on this search, the most soul destroying thing is when you find somewhere that looks really nice, meets most of your requirements, and then it's like sharing with a man. Or it's a living landlord and it's a man. It's like, why would a man be there? Also, another thing I did was I put all of my deadlines in my calendar. I think our first deadline is like January. I've come to the library. I came here yesterday to check it out, and the cafes were just a little bit loud, and I've managed to find a desk. It's nice to have a desk with a good chair. Okay, I'm on the Wi-Fi. Guys, I just got ID'd for a Red Bull. I'm so happy. Like, he came over and was about to approve me, and then he looked at me and he was like, you over 16? I think he just wanted to see my ID, to be honest. And I said, yeah. And then he was like, let me see your ID, please. I'm 27, babes. 27 years young, babes. I'm literally living in these pyjamas, by the way. From Sainsbury's. I'm so glad I got them. I'm having one of the new microwave meals that I got from M&S. I had the vodka pasta, like the vodka rigatoni, and I really like that. And I just had a piece of salmon with it. This is the king prawn Alfredo, ready in 2.5 minutes. And I've got myself Pepsi Max Cherry Elite. Ease up a little.
squeezing too tight. Really?
Nelly's not there. So I've had a really nice relaxing evening. I did finally get onto Blackboard, which is where it's basically the hub of everything we need, like our timetable, lecture slides, assignments, where we submit assignments. All of that is on Blackboard. The first couple of days anyway were really introductory. Wednesday was the only day where we had like, we started getting into the content, and I have to say my cohort is absolutely lovely, as you would expect, right? Like, we're all clinical psychology people, like everyone's really friendly. My cohort's quite big though compared to other cohorts, so 57 of us, so 56 new people. It's a lot to take in. So next week, Monday's a study day. They've given us this day and set us a task to do on this day, which we could have done over the summer, so some people might have already done it, but I haven't done it, so I'm going to use Monday to do it. Tuesday we're looking at the lifespan and understanding teams and groups. That's a full day at uni. Wednesday's a full day at uni looking at lifespan themes. Thursday's an online day where we have mandatory training. Hopefully we can access that. And I also have a meeting with my manager. And again, every course is a bit different, but in our specific course, we have a manager who sits within our uni, and they're kind of like the equivalent to our line manager. So all our annual leave goes through them. They kind of like appraise us, like, you know, they're there to manage how we're doing both at uni and on placement. So they're sort of overseeing our sort of the academic side of things, how we're doing on assignments. They can give us advice on assignments, I think, but also how we're getting on at placement. So and you know, our placement allocations over the 3 years. So I'll have my manager for the 3 years, which is nice, and they're kind of pastoral as well. On Friday we have a full day, and it's focusing on the child stage of the lifespan. So next week's going to be a bit more full on. And then another thing I was looking at was the alternative handbook. It's a really good thing to look at if you are applying and you're trying to decide where to apply, to sort of make sure the course has, you know, is the right fit for you. Students, current trainees, give their feedback of the course, not only the course but their experience of the interview, the application process, their demographics, so you can sort of get an idea of the people who make up the course. So in that sense you can use it strategically, because say you are a younger applicant, or it's your first time applying, or you don't have a master's, you can look at certain unis. Okay, there's a larger percentage of applicants compared to other unis who got on first time, didn't have a master's or postgrad degree. So you can sort of use it strategically as well, and just kind of get a feel for student satisfaction of the course as well. So it can be a really good indicator of where you want to go. There are unis who score courses that don't score very well on it. But the thing is, it's so competitive that it's almost like I'll go to anywhere. If any course wants me, I will go, because it's so competitive and hard to get onto. But I remember my first year applying, I got on the reserve for Oxford, because I interviewed for there, and then I was on the reserve, and they didn't tell me what number I was, and that for them meant, and in their system that means that you're not in the top 10, and I didn't get a place. But now I'm like, that was fate, because it doesn't have the best feedback in the handbook, so in terms of like student satisfaction. But anyway, the most recent edition came out, so every year they update the statistics in the handbook. So I'm looking at mine. If you've just started the doctorate, I know you're probably overwhelmed, but go and find the most recent alternative handbook for 2025/2026, because it's kind of like the stuff in there is still really helpful for me to see as a first year. It's definitely been an adjustment to get used to surviving the year rather than thriving, and sometimes flying blind on just what the expectations of an assignment are. See, that's really helpful for me to know and read. Surviving rather than thriving, I like that. I've also found travel to placement really tough. I just wouldn't commute this far for a job, and it felt like I lost the lottery already, having already relocated for the course. Someone just said, I would not recommend a doctorate course to anyone without serious organisational and work-life balance improvements being made. Okay, well, it's a bit late because I'm here now. I'm bloody here now. This is the one I'm going to read out. It says, get ready for plenty of spinning plates. Start seeing them as Wilco plates that can be mucked up a bit and not precious John Lewis plates that must be perfect. There will be a lot to do, sometimes at the same time. You won't be able to do everything all the way, and you'll probably mess something up. Allow that, give yourself a bit of freedom with it, and allow yourself to be curious in how you're getting on with the plates, as well as looking at the plates themselves. Did I mention plates? I like that. Enjoy your summer. So many people are like, enjoy the summer. It's your last bit of freedom. Be organised and work to your own mini deadlines. Be prepared for the relentless nature of the course. Understand that the journey is beginning, not ending. Come into the course with an open mind. First year is difficult in terms of academic demands, lots of assignments. Try to stay on top of it the best you can. Do nothing in your summer before the course. Tick. Definitely no need to do any sort of learning or reading, in my opinion. Tick. It was interesting to read the alternative handbook, because if I was just going off of this week, I'd be like, oh, I've got the impression that they're kind of, yeah, really easing us in, but I guess it ramps up very quickly, because from the alternative handbook everyone's like, first year is really difficult, you've got the most assignments in first year, and I'm like, oh, let me just enjoy this moment then. And yeah, the cohort are really lovely as well, so yeah, I have a really good feeling. My only stress really is finding somewhere to live in London, but that's fine. I'll pull it out the bag. Yeah, it's been a really good first week. I've joined a gym. I'm trying to form a bit of a routine for this teaching block, and I'm really just trying to, you know, the whole thing about it's a marathon, not a sprint. I'm not gonna be doing more work than I need to do at this stage. Like, there is time for that. Now's not it. I don't want to burn myself out. Right now I'm just a sponge, and I just want to absorb when I'm there, but when I come home I want to switch off, because it's just not that deep yet. Do you know what I mean? I am going to end this vlog here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed coming along with me on my first week. I will continue to document, so if you have enjoyed, make sure you smash the thumbs up down below, subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.